stepped in to fill the gap, and they've been left with a change there too. I haven't seen NIP so far. How are the changes working so far? I think they're the second best team in Group Nirvana. I don't think that... at one extent did choose not to go towards that as well. Teleport has been picked up by Feather, not by Niket. They both have that spell book, but not going towards the teleport right now. Hoya can get a little bit of wave clear in, but needs that power Q. Really gets to level 6. We'll be safe now. How much CS is he going to lose though? Niket could yeah, he's actually looking to go press that ult now just so he can get that powered Q for wave clear. I was just saying, he was just a little bit too low rage. On the other side, Feather pullback doesn't get that root, and we're firmly into slapping this Yunara down from the field of play before they can really get damage off. However, on the other, hang on, Hoy's going to use that ult. There's the Doomby coming up with the global. Not really on a great timing though. Of course, Doomby, great player of global champions, but I think you know, Hoy's very, very happy now with that ability to survive there. Setab was on the roam to potentially cover if things went long enough.
Yeah, went across the wall there with that across the veil. I don't think a wall counts as a veil. I feel like a veil is slightly thinner. More nebulous.
But it can sometimes be a curtain.
Yeah. Is a curtain a wall?
No, not always.
It's a dive, though.
Dash out from leave.
Oh, and actually now that's just a very dead-looking Yunara. The Arc of Ruin is good. We'll get one back, but now Niket caught under this turret won't be able to get that much back. Leave Flash Cleanse does survive.
Steal separately to each target, depending on the damage done to them. Okay, it'd be like, you know, if Lucian did a double tap pass onto every target around the original target, you know what I mean? Onto the recall, no flash on Niket, he's going to be caught out.
Yeah, he is. That's a very dead-looking rel. Well done there from TT.
Oh, and apologies as well. We heard as the host welcomed our teams in today, actually. It's the artist formerly known as Niket is apparently the pronunciation, I don't know when this changed, was introduced as Nike instead.
Nike, okay.
Nike Goddess of Victory, I suppose. So yeah, it'll take us a little while to get around to pronouncing it that way, but that to zone or corral TT into different areas around the objective or mid lane.
See how it all plays out from here. That Herald drop comes on through. Weaver's wall as well. 1xN caught on the other side of it. Needs to be a bit wary. Throws down the doggy. The deadly plumage beginning to fly. Just giving that bit extra moot attack speed. Turret in mid lane will fall. NIP force hard and get the turret they were looking for.
Setab's, oh, hang on a second. Solo kill pulled the ult onto Setab. Ult for ult. It looks like the trade flashes away from a bit of damage. Not all of it, though.
Oh, nice solo kill from, you guessed it, solo kill.
Setab, no HP to work with in this build, has good burst, but caught out by the Ambassador. And Setab, yeah, a big part of TT's damage and their threat onto leave is gone. I don't think TT can do that much, which is a real bummer for them, because I think they were banking on, oh, well, we'll soak the mid lane push, we'll call down Setab at some point, and then we'll fight. Not able to do so. NIP take the mid lane, they take a solo kill on top side, and they use them both to go in towards the
of course,
drag.
going for the Blade of the Ruin King first, still going towards his Hurricane second. And it does mean actually for a lot of those HP stackers, you do get a lot of value now in terms of just AoE hitting people with lots of bolts everywhere.
What it does really give is wave clear, which sometimes Yunara is a little bit slow on. Hang on a second. Setup, flash onto Niket coming into bot side. Flick back from Doomby. Great follow-up with the flash. Double flash it. Well, yeah, double roam down that. Nio was around the corner, and Setup has had an awful time in side lanes.
That's not great. Going towards the Shadow Flame second. I know Xiaohu loves this build, but Xiaohu is very outside later, and Setup right now is struggling with it.
NIP getting huge value across the map now. Of course, they have the better grubs as well. They have 2 compared to just TT's 1. They'll take turrets a little quicker. They took the top lane before with solo kill. Take the bot lane now. Mid lane should still be able to wave clear through by leave. He has himself cleansed, so it's not really like anything coming from that. So they're ulting towards mid lane. There is a fire ult with flash as well. Flash forwards, 1xN on top of the minefield, but gets away from the Vi ultimate. The Ambassador ult misses.
We do. Damage comes on down. 1xN gets one back at the very least. AD carry getting a kill each way. Aki now getting some damage down, but he's just going to get run out as Leave just gets to keep ghosting and forwards with that Kanmei step.
I said, oh, the Ambassador ult misses. It's because the damn line skill shot looks exactly the same as the Ambassador. It's like, oh, it just missed it, because I just see 1xN, really good reactions from him. Dodges out on a bunch of stuff which flies at him. Hoya comes in on a good timing too. But Aki just goes way too far forwards.
Picture in picture, Yunara.
If he catches Setup, who doesn't have flash, that could be a huge moment for the top laner of NIP.
Setup needs to be a bit good. Does go across the veil. Solo kill now looking for an angle. It's a known quantity. 5,000 HP. Can they find the smite still? Paranoia comes on down. Turns the lights out, making it a bit trickier. The smite from Feather's spellbook will help secure that one. Now to the backline. Aki low. Goes down with the Madness Storm coming on through from the execution. Onto the Zyre in the backline. Solo kill in danger. Flash on forwards for the Ruthless Predator. Trying to get some mortars. Hoya gets that one. It's a messy fight. Now a 3v2 with 1xM trying to get to value. Another wonderful shattering strike. Can't get the feathers. Finally gets the Feather Storm. It's just not enough in the tank. They get the Attic Arm, but lose absolutely everyone doing it.
An ill-fated engage from their AD carries, meant to be their big damage source to win in a 4v5. That is insane. On sideline now, Feather's caught out by the Solero. Think the Rakan's going to go down. Indeed they will. Kill for NIP onto the support of TT.
Now into this position where NIP find themselves a lot of
Oh my god, it's just happening again.
Going down again. That's what, 4 times effectively he's died inside lanes?
Yeah, it's I think 3 because 1 was in that team fight, but same difference really. The NIP have played around sideline so much better. Nycat was playing not been that this game. He's not at fault. I think really, compositionally, TT have had some issues. Now I might get a Q and an ult out of a bush. Here comes Doinby.
Gets some value. He's going to be jumping onto Hoya down to 10% HP. Goes down. Solo kill. Picks it up in short order.
Now, the good thing about this is that Aurora is actually hitting top lane just a little bit to make sure that... no, I mean, the turret's already gone, but at least cross-mapping in terms of the wave there. But Hoya dying so quickly, it's a bit of a problem. You fed some Magi stacks over to Doinby as well. And, yeah, thank you for the stream through there. Katari, good to see you. Good morning. And TFG as well, good to see you in chat. And all the regulars as well. Appreciate you all over Twitch, YouTube, and of course, Onivia's chat as well. NIP setting up towards that Baron. Hoya's dead for a little bit longer. They could potentially look to start up the Baron and force the teleport out. They do have a blade on Yunara, so better objective damage from them.
We get a fair amount of damage on down. NIP looking to get some autos on through. This Baron, let's just down short order. Down to 5,000. Niket into the back line, trying to get out again. Nycat, we get that pronunciation right. They don't quite find what they're looking for because 1xM was very fast on that Featherstorm. And now Nycat is a little bit split off. The attempted flank has gone so very wrong because the bird, it turns out, can fly.
Nycat caught out after trying to find a bit of a risky retreat path, and NIP, despite them being in a good position...
Giving his dragon up.
Yeah, look, it would be third dragon. It's not the worst dragon to give up in the game. Now, I will say 3 Chemtech dragons now means that you have 18% heal and shield boost, which does apply to stuff like Rel's Crashdown, and to Vi's passive, and to, of course, Ambess's multiple shields as well. There's only one Tabby. This is the game which you absolutely don't go towards that. Towards, yeah, looks like the Infinity Edge coming next. Game's really slowed down. NIP, I think they were getting free wins out of side lanes onto people like Setup and Hoya over pushing. That's no longer the case. They're having to pull TT towards objectives, but they can't rush the objectives quickly enough. And they can't peel off the objective to dive onto the Zyre well enough to stop him from getting burst with huge feather pullbacks.
Okay, trying to jump on a Setup who gets shoved anyway. Oh, Setup, it's not even a side lane. It's just the mid lane.
You have flash, you have ult, you use neither, and TT are down a mid laner. That's the play they were looking for, and Setup dies a 5th time. A terrible performance from him getting caught out isolated multiple times.
Double root doesn't lead to all that much. Poor old Ishin.
With 4 items, sure, because
your autos are.
Because your auto attacks can burst like that. There is an Infinity Edge. A good Infinity Edge crit will be a burst, but it's not the same as someone like that Zyre. You can go, you know, and also Q, E-Feather pullback or something like that. It's incredibly high DPS, and like, as long as you're in her active range. Which
that does tend to be the key, yeah.
Yeah. Now, Chemtech Soul, spawning now. NIP, gonna start it up with the Ambassador. Perhaps TT say, look, you can have the Soul. We're not going to die over this. They're teleporting towards the Baron instead, trying to take Baron for the Soul, potentially. 1xM doesn't have that much life steal. That's a bit of a mistake there for him to be the one tanking it, actually. Teleport onto the other side, Doinby coming over. And TT, they're just umming and ahhing.
They're just trying to bait people in. For Setup's not here either. He just want to teleport. So they've just been a bit like, can we find something? No, they get the teleport. So he's going to say, that'll have to do.
It's a lot of inaction. They go towards the Baron, they get a teleport out, and they don't commit to that either. It's a slow game, folks. What can I say?
Looks like 1xM potentially in danger here. Goes up into the sky. Massive turnaround. Looking to get some value back as Down goes Feather. Setup gets Yunara, though. And that means that potentially they can turn from the public execution goes wide.
So 80 carry down while 1xN is still up. Now 1xN doesn't have summoners or ults because he had to use both. But Smite, they see the HP and it's not that low actually. They could potentially look to contest this still. Couple of seconds on the ult. They could go for a paranoia steal.
For it, Nicat. He chunked out but not down.
Oh, this is dangerous, NIP.
Here we go. Oh, NIP. I think they might have fumbled this one a little, pulling off the Baron. Feather in the front line. Celestial opposition goes down. Finally, the paranoia pop. Feather in the backside. Gets the quickness. Only one to really want. Going through another. On the other side, set up between worlds. Gets some value. Trying to get onto Doinby. Does pick up Yunara, who doesn't survive the worlds between. Flash away for a second from Naya. Gets himself across the wall with a Vault Breaker. What about 1xN? Trying to stack up some autos across those wards. Keeping himself going. Keeping the Conqueror stack best he can. Feather gets the knock up. Doinby flashes away. They lose the Rakan. Damage comes on down on top of the Ambassador, who finally falls. Doinby no mana. Rooted but gets himself out.
Doinby doing a hell of a lot of work. I wonder whether TT could have actually left. Q gets that mini knockback, which pushes Aurora into the edge of the Between Worlds. That punts her over to the other side of it and allows him to go towards the fight. Now, we have TT starting the Baron themselves, and they are actually rushing it.
They get stunned up, but not to that much avail. Paranoia comes on down. Magna Storm away from Niket. Safety for now. Feathers begin to fly across Niket, who loses about half their HP bar.
Yeah, that's a clean Baron secure, and it's on a good timing for the Elder. It's not like they have to spawning. Solo kill over the wall. Not many flashes available for this fight, you know. 1xN has his, though, and that is a huge kingmaker in this kind of fight. Elder started up. Feathers racking up as well. Wall used to separate TT away from the objective. 1xN pulling the Feathers back, but not in place for DPS. Needs to get in position to do some damage right now. Hoya getting some stuns onto solo kill. Feather going in for a little bit of engage onto the front line. Elder taken by Aki against his old team. Leave will die, and TT will scale into the late game and leave the ninjas in pajamas broken and shattered.
They should have won this game oh so much earlier, should NIP. Solo kill burning out, not quite down and survives, but it's not going to change all that much in the grand scheme of things. Thunder Talk hold their nerve, play around the Xayah and setup. He may have died 5 times in side lanes, but when it comes to the big old fight, he still gets to press R. Thunder Talk are going to win game 1.
TT pounce on NIP around the Elder. Secure the objective and solo kill. He is trying his best, but he can't do much about the Elder. TT will scale, clutch it out, and take game 1 against NIP, who have looked very good in Nirvana so far. So TT, good signs for them, and Aki getting a clutch